Let's switch now to the Russia-Ukraine invasion. President Volodymyr Zelensky, in his New Year address early this morning, said Ukraine had become stronger in overcoming serious difficulties as the war against Russia moves towards its second year. But Mr. Zelensky's slick 20-minute video message delivered from his Kyiv office made almost no direct reference to the situation on the 1,000-kilometer front line for the limited success of a counteroffensive launched in June. Mr. Zelensky said the war had taught Ukrainians to withstand Russian attacks and adapt to hardships, including blackouts, the operation of industry, and threats to shipping its exports. And in a reference to questions of ensuring that the Ukrainian military had sufficient numbers of troops, he urged those who are still hesitating to make a bold choice next year to defend their own country, to work for it, to help it. Meanwhile, Ukrainians in the capital Kyiv have expressed hope for a Ukrainian victory in the new year, wishing for their soldiers fighting on the front line to come home unharmed. While some met the new year without their husbands and serve in the country's army, others who are serving expressed their gratitude to people supporting the army. Russia launched 90 attack drones in hours leading into the New Year's Day, with Ukrainian air defense systems destroying 87 of them. Ukraine's Air Force said on the Telegram messaging that it had succeeded in carrying out that mission. Well, it was a dark New Year's Day for those in the southern city of Odessa, as at least one person was killed and 9 others injured in a Russian drone attack. Governor of the Odessa region, Oleg Kiper, said that falling debris from drones that were shot down caused several fires in residential buildings in different parts of the city. Ukraine's military said the overnight Russian drone attack on Odessa targeted port infrastructure and that a fire had broken out in one of the port terminals as a result of a strike. It said the fire was promptly extinguished and that there were no casualties in the incident. And Russian President Vladimir Putin, facing an election in March, made only passing reference in his New Year message on Sunday to his war in Ukraine, hailing his soldiers as heroes, but mostly emphasizing unity and shared determination. The pre-recorded address, being aired just before midnight in each of Russia's 11 time zones, was in sharp contrast to last year, when he stood behind grim-looking soldiers to make a stern call for sacrifice in what he cast as a fight for survival. He said to everyone who is at a combat post at the forefront of the fight for truth and justice, you are our heroes. Our hearts are with you. We are proud of you. We admire your courage. Ukraine was not mentioned by name, nor the special military operation. Mr. Putin's term for the war he unleashed in February 2022 by sending Russia's armed forces into Ukraine. With all significant opposition forces suppressed, along with any expressions of political dissent, the 71-year-old is certain to win the election and extend his 24 years in power.